Hey everyone, today's story is Thumbelina. A long time ago, and far, far away, a woman was sitting in her rocking chair, thinking how happy she would be if she had a child. Then, she heard a knock at the door, and opened it. A lady was standing there, and she said,
"If you let me in, I'll grant you a wish."
The woman let the lady in firstly because she felt pity. Secondly, because she knew what she wished for, a child. After she washed the lady up and fed her, she saw that she was really beautiful. The lady slept soundly all night long, and then right before she left, she said,
"Now what about your wish? What do you want?"
The lady thought about most people's wishes to be richest in the world, most powerful person, the smartest and the prettiest. But the woman wished for something the lady could not believe. She said,
"I would like a child." "What did you say?"
She asked because she was astonished at what the lady asked for. So the woman repeated what she said.
"I would like a child."
The lady then placed a tiny seed in the old woman's hand and gave her instructions.
"Plant this seed, water it carefully, watch over it, and give it your love. If you do all these things, then you will have a child."
So the woman did all those things the lady had told her to do. In a week, there was a beautiful yellow flower in place of the seed. The next day, the flower bloomed. Inside the flower was a beautiful little girl who was the size of the woman's thumb, so she called her Thumbelina. She made her a little dress out of golden threads. Thumbelina slept in a walnut shell and brought the old woman joy and happiness. But one day, when Thumbelina went down for her nap, a frog hopped through the open window and said,
"You will be a perfect bride for my son."
And he took Thumbelina to a lily pad and hopped off to find his son. Thumbelina cried.
"I miss my mother."
And some little guppies heard her and chewed the roots off the lily pad to help her escape. Thumbelina's lily pad floated away. A few hours later, she finally stopped floating. During the summer, she ate berries and drank the dew off the leaves. But then winter came, and she needed shelter. A kindly mouse let her stay with him, but he said,
"You'll have to marry my friend Mole, because I cannot keep you for another winter."
The next day she went to see Mole. In one of the tunnels, she found a sick bird and said,
"Oh, poor thing. I will bury it."
Then she found out that it was still alive, and she cared for it until it was ready to fly. When it was ready, it flew off. That fall, she nearly had to marry Mole. But then she heard a familiar tweet, and an idea popped up in the bird's head.
"You can come down to the warm country,"
said the bird. So Thumbelina hopped on the bird's back and flew to the warm country. When they got there, she could not believe her eyes. There were hundreds of people just like her. They gladly accepted her as family and gave her a home. When the prince came to meet her, he fell in love instantly and asked her to marry him. Thumbelina was overjoyed and accepted. Thumbelina was so happy, but she couldn't help but wonder about the woman. When it came time for the birds to fly north again, she asked one of them to pass along a message she had wrote. This was the message.
"Thank you so much for taking care of me. I miss you terribly. I did not run away. I was stolen. I have found a place where there are lots of people just like me, and I married a prince."
When the woman received the message, she read it. She cried with joy, for she had been so worried about Thumbelina. She wanted her to come back, but she rested easy, knowing that she was safe and happy. Thumbelina enjoyed her days among her new family and lived happily ever after. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you like the stories, hit the subscribe button, and you'll be notified next Friday when the next story comes out.